Okay, what is up guys? This is Paul again for another Replica gun review, and today I have with me the Umarex Beretta APX. This was actually my second review this week. I just put out a review today actually on the Umarex Glock 19 Gen 3. I'll put a link in the description and I'll put the thumbnail right there so you can see what it looks like. But definitely go check that out. But in it, I had actually mentioned this. So I figured I'd do the review on it because it's quite an interesting CO2 gun. I have a lot to say about it. Not bad necessarily, but it's definitely an interesting one. But before I get into that, I just actually learned this myself. It's a little background on this. So supposedly the Beretta APX was originally designed as a replacement for the Beretta M9, which was the U.S. Armed Forces standard issue. But because the demand was so high and because the Beretta was so expensive, the DoD, the Department of Defense, found it, not feasible. It was too expensive, so they didn't use it. So I thought that was kind of interesting. I didn't know that. But yeah, guys, so this is the replica of it, the Beretta APX. As you can see, it says APX right there. You have Beretta logo, and then the word Beretta, and then it says Gardone, Vermont. And then right here you have another APX logo. Right there you have the serial number, and then it says made in Taiwan for Umarex. Now on this side you have Beretta trademarks licensed by Beretta Italy, and then right there you have caliber 4.5 millimeter, and then right there again you have another APX logo. Now here you have the Beretta logo right on the grip, and then again on the other side, and I believe that's it, except for the one underneath right there. And then under the trigger guard you have your standard warning, and then that's it really. Now for toggles and switches on this, you don't really have to do much. It does have blowback, and that's one of the things I wanted to point out that I thought was kind of weird. I have a lot of CO2 guns, but I don't have one besides this now that has so much blowback. Look how far that goes back. If you've handled CO2 guns before, you know what I mean, but this goes back quite a bit. And it's not a bad thing. It actually, when you're firing it, it gives it a little bit more realism. It adds that extra kick because it goes back so far. So it is a little intimidating at first, actually, but it's really cool. So anyways, right here you have the mag release on it. So if you press that in, you have a 20 round drop down stick mag. This is metal. You can feel it. It's nice and cold. And then you have your standard spring tab that you pull down, and it locks into that little groove right there. So you just pull it down, lock it in, and then you hold it upside down like normal and load your BBs into the loading port right there, which I'll show you later. So let me just shut that. Now to get to the CO2 in this thing, you have to pull out this back cover. Now I want to say this back cover is quite rigid and it's super hard to get off, so pardon me if I'm struggling a little bit to get it off. You have to pull really hard, like that. It does come off and it does go back on, but it's a pain. And then that exposes where the CO2 goes. So it takes one 12-gram CO2 cartridge. I have another one here by AMG Arms. So that goes in there. And then you have your little tab right here. I have mine screwed all the way down, but you can see that controls the piercing knob right in there. That screws it up or down. So I'm going to keep mine down for now, just so I can show you how to load CO2. I'm going to put this back together and then get into some specs for you real quick. If I can get this cover back on at all. There we go. And you put this back in. Now, by the way, too, in order to access the piercing tab, you have to have the magazine out. So make sure that's out. Also, just before I get on to some specs, I wanted to point out, because I just realized, one thing I noticed weird about this gun is when you press the mag release, the magazine comes out fine, right? Now when you let it go, most CO2 guns I have, you don't have to press it again to put the mag back in. So In this one though, it's weird. You can put it back in like that, but watch, if I do it slowly without pressing the mag release, it comes to a stop right there, and then you can just force it past that. Or see, when it comes to that stop, you can press in the mag release and it goes in smoothly, and then you just let it go. So I'm not sure if this is good to force past that, so normally I just hold the mag release when putting the mag back in and then just let it go. I'm not sure, it doesn't say it anywhere that I can see, so if anybody knows, definitely comment below. But for now, I'm just going to hold the mag release when I put the mag back in, just in case I break anything. But yeah, let me get into some specs for this thing. So again, it shoots steel BBs. It shoots .177 caliber BBs, so you can pick up some from Swiss Arms like I have here. They're steel BBs. You get $1,500. I forget how much they are, but I'll put a link in the description as well, and I'll post a little picture right here. Again, it takes one 12-gram CO2 cartridge. It has a 20-round magazine. It shoots at 395 feet per second, so not the highest ever, but it's still pretty cool. It's not super heavy, not too light. It weighs 1.6 pounds, and it has blowback action, so that's always cool. Now here you have the slide catch right there. So now that it's empty, since there's no BBs in it, and I pull the slide back, this catch is going to catch the slide. So you can just push it down to release it, or just hold it down. And then the only other toggles you have to worry about here is the safety. So if you don't see any red like now, that means you're on safe. If you pull that back, now you're on fire, and you can shoot. And if you push it forward, you could pull the trigger. It's super easy, no tension at all, but it won't shoot. So when it's on fire, there is a lot of tension. There's quite a bit of tension. But on safe, there's no tension at all, so you're good to go. So yeah, that's it. That's all I can really say about this thing. I wouldn't really call it a complaint, but I don't really like the clinky sound of it like that metal on metal sound. But I have heard other guns with that similar sound, so I'm not gonna complain. It works perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with this thing. It's actually pretty awesome, and for the price, you can't beat it. 70 bucks. $69. That's pretty cool. So yeah, I can't complain about that. This is my first Beretta, and I think it's pretty awesome. Right here, these things are molded on. Oh no, this is not molded on, pardon me. This is to release the slide, so you can disassemble this slide. I'm not going to do that right now in video. I'm just going to show you how to load CO2 and BBs. Maybe in the future, if you're interested, comment below. I'll show you how to disassemble all these guns. Maybe I can make a little series on that alone, on how to disassemble each specific gun. But definitely comment below if you're interested in seeing that. So anyways, guys, let me load some CO2 into this, and I'll show you how to load BBs and everything and set it up. So first of all, you're going to want to take the mag out. So you press the mag release. So you pop that out, put that down, and once again you just pop out the back cover, which is kind of difficult. Now again, make sure the tab here is actually screwed all the way down so that the CO2 capsule can fit, which goes head first like that, so neck first. And as usual, I know I always emphasize this, but get some PELLGUN oil. This will save you a lot of headaches. Pardon me if you could hear those sirens in the background, by the way. I live pretty close to a police station and a hospital, so it's quite frequent. But anyways, you just take your PELLGUN oil. Let me just take the top, put it over there. You can just apply one drop. Excuse me, guys. You just apply one drop to the top of the CO2 capsule, just like that. No more, no less, and then you just simply pop it in. So head first, and then grab this tab. Because this part right here is in the way, it can easily fall, so just be careful when you're turning it. So turn it to the point where you feel like it's gonna pierce, so that you can get a better grip on it for that final turn, and then just give it one good turn. And there you go. I heard it. I don't know if you heard it on camera. I heard slight CO2 leak, so I know it was pierced. But as you can see, barely any came out. Just like normal Umarex guns. Usually I never have any gas leak or very little with Umarex guns. So anyways, once you have your CO2 capsule in, now you just get your grip cover and put it back on. So the logos you see here should be at the bottom, and you just line these little lines up inside. You can see 4 of them with the lines right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and you just line those up. And you're gonna have to just kind of push it like that, and it snaps right back in. So now that you have your CO2 loaded, again, just always make sure you're on safe. So if you don't see the red, you're good. Now you just put the gun down, and then you load some BBs. So you take your magazine, you push the spring down, lock it into place, and place that down. Now I'm going to take my steel BBs here, try to get 20 out. I think that might be a little more, but then you just start loading 20 of them into the loading port right there. So I'm just going to start doing that. So we have 1, 2, 3.
1 eternity later.
Alright, and this is 20, guys. So on the 20th one, you should actually see it. So once you see that, you just push this forward just to lock them into place, and then you should have all 20 like that. Then I'm just gonna put the magazine down so I could put the rest of these BBs away. So you just do that. Put those away. Let me just cap up this PELLGUN oil because it likes to leak sometimes. And then you just take your magazine. Again, make sure you're unsafe, and then you just pop it back in, and you're ready to go. When you want to fire this thing, just rack it and take it off safety, and you're good to go. But yeah, guys, I've shot this thing quite a number of times already because I was just blown away by it. That extra blowback that it has just gives it such a real feeling. It's quite awesome. So I would say definitely go pick this up, guys, for the price. I have to give it a 2 thumbs up. I haven't done any penetration testing with it yet, but I definitely am about to go set that up. It only shoots at 395 feet per second, like I said, so I'm not expecting much of it, but hey, you never know. Let's see what happens. But anyways, guys, yeah, so that's it. This is the Beretta APX. This is Paul again for Replica Gun Reviews. I hope you enjoy the penetration testing. I'm going to do a little bit of accuracy testing, even though I suck at shooting. But yeah, guys, I'll see you at the end of the video, and I hope you enjoy the rest of this. So, peace. Alright, guys, so I'm going to try to get as close as to this camera as I can for you here. I think that's about as close as I can get. So there is blowback on this, and I have 20 rounds loaded up again. So here we go with the first shot. Let me just take this off safety, and then let me get a good camera angle for you. Here we go. That's it, guys. Alright, guys, so I got another 20 shots loaded into the Beretta APX. I have my target set up, so I'm going to move back about 10 feet and see what I could do. Hopefully I do better than the last time. Let's see. Alright, safety off. This thing has some kick, so I have to line the target up usually after each shot, so bear with me if it's a little slow. But here we go with the first shot. Oh, little low. A little high. Oh, the card fell out. Let me just stand that back up real quick before I continue. I'm a little off anyway here, but let's see what I can do with the rest of these. I'm gonna move a little bit closer, so now I'm about 8 feet away. Oh damn, not one in the center. But yeah, as you can see, I'm out. And as usual, you guys be the judge. I had the target, the sights lined up right with the circle, so I don't understand. Maybe it's just me, or maybe the gun's off a little bit, but I don't know. I'm not trying to make excuses here, but if that was a person, they'd be screwed. But you guys let me know in the comments what you think. Alright guys, so for the first penetration test, I decided to set up 2 bottles. So I have some type of liquor bottle. I don't drink, my girlfriend does, and some other type of drink she drinks. They're pretty thick bottles, not super thick. This one's much thicker than this one, so I figured I'd just line them up side by side and just unload all 20 rounds into them, or at least as many as I can before they're destroyed. So I'm gonna back up 10 feet. I got 20 fresh rounds loaded, and I'm gonna take this off safety now and go at them. Alright guys, so here I am. Here we go with the first shot. Wow, that just shattered totally. Sorry, lady. Lady, it's okay, good girl, relax. Alright guys, so that was all 20 rounds, and damn, let me just try to aim this down a little bit so you can see the carnage. It is everywhere. Sorry guys about Lady, she hates being held in the back room. I don't like her being free when I'm doing this, so I have my girlfriend holding her in the back room, so she cries and whines. But anyways guys, that was pretty cool. I'm gonna have to look at that footage again and go for slow-mo. I'm not even gonna touch this, I don't have gloves on. But I don't know if you saw, I was trying to aim for this, and I definitely got some shots through it, as you can see. But yeah, that's it for the glass. So let me clean this mess up and I'll move on to the next thing. Alright guys, so what I have here this time is 2 old Nintendo GameCube games that I'll never play again. I have a GameCube still, but these are just collecting dust. So what I figured I'd do is I set up 2 at first anyway, and I put my pellet trap behind it. I want to see if I could get something right through both of these. If something does go through, if a BB does go through both, then I'll add another one. I circled the area where the disc is inside the box, so I'm going to try to aim for that area and see what happens. So I have another 20 rounds loaded up right here, ready to go. So I'm gonna pop that in, back up 10 feet, and see what happens. So let me just do that. Alright guys, so here we go. I've never shot a DVD case or a game case before, so this is the first for me. Alright, here we go with the first shot, guys. Oh wow, it tipped over. Let me just see what happened. First of all, nothing came to the back case, clearly. It did enter right there. As you can see, let's see what happened on the inside. Alright, I came through the back of the manual, and then it looks like that's, oh no, it did go through the game. Look, there's a hole right there. Oh, and there's the BB, so it stopped behind the game. So yeah, I'm just gonna actually switch the pellet trap for a pillow real quick, so that these stand up better. And then I'm just going to unload all 20 rounds into this. So let me just take this pellet trap out of here. Put this here because they stand up better on that. And put that there. Sorry guys for shaking that camera and stuff. So I have 19 rounds left and I'm just going to dump them into that. Let's see what happens. Alright guys, so that was all 20 rounds, and as you can see, the DVD or the game actually started coming out, as well as some BBC. That's pretty crazy. Let me open this up and see what happened. Oh wow, so I tore up completely the inside of the manual and the back of the case. The game is totally hit, but actually something did make it through the back. Some came right through the back. And what happened to this one? It seems like they did hit right there. So let's open this up, see what happened. And nothing made it through the manual here, and the game is safe. So it only made it through one case, so that's pretty interesting. But either way, this case is hit. Holy crap, I don't know if you just saw all those pieces falling out, but yeah, this is pretty badly hit. So yeah, let me clean that mess up, and then I'll set something new up. Alright guys, so I know this looks weird, but what I have here is an old PlayStation controller. It's kind of a thick plastic, so I got curious. So I have 20 rounds loaded up again here. So I'm gonna back up about 10 feet and let off one round. I'm gonna try to shoot in this area and see if it'll penetrate or not. If it does penetrate, then I'll continue. If it doesn't, then I'll just move up to 5 feet. So let me back up 10 feet and let's see what happens. Alright guys, here we just go with the first shot. Oh, that definitely bounced back. I might have to look at the camera footage to see where that hit, but I can't tell. It might be right there. But I'm gonna move up 5 feet now and see what happens. So, pretty close here. Let's see. Oh, definitely bounced back again. Alright, so that last shot I actually aimed for the triangle circle, you know, the buttons right here, and it tipped it over. So I'm gonna move up pretty much like 1 foot away and see what happens. Basically point blank. Let's see if I can penetrate this thing. Nope. it definitely dented it, as you can see. But it didn't penetrate. Let me turn it around and see if it's any weaker on the backside. Nah, they're all just ricocheting off. So yeah, just as I suspected, I didn't think anything would penetrate this, but as you can see, it's denting the hell out of it. So I would imagine if you keep shooting this, oh, there's the dents right there. You can see around the PlayStation button, and there's a couple right there. But yeah, nothing's penetrating that. I don't think. Let me try to shoot this area, maybe the light, and see what happens, or the, you know, this receiver. See what happens if I could even hit it. Take it off safety. I hope I hit it. I wasn't looking. Oh, I hit it right there, right above it. So let me try one more time. Alright, that time I definitely hit it, and as you can see, let me try to line that up so you can see, but there's just a dent in it. It didn't do anything at all. So the PS4 controller is the old PlayStation controller is holding up quite well so far. So I'm not even gonna waste the rounds that I have left on this. So yeah, that's it for the PS controller. Alright guys, so I figured I'd finish this penetration testing off with a bang, sorta. So what I did was I set my laptop up as a backdrop, and then I decided to put the LG Stylo and the GS5 together here. So I have 20 rounds loaded up, and I'm just gonna unload all over the place. So I'm gonna aim for the LG Stylo, at least around here. The GS5 is hit no matter where I hit it, and then I'll try to get a couple shots into the laptop too to see if they wedge in or not. So I'm going to back up about 8 feet this time and just unleash hell on these guys. Alright guys, so here we go. Oh wow, that was 20 already, guys. I actually might reload this up again and stand the GS5 back up and continue at this. So let me reload and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so I'm back with another 20 rounds loaded. So again, I'm going to back up. I'm going to back up about 5 feet this time and just unloading these phones. So let me back up here. Alright guys. By the way guys, don't ever try to stay home unless you have safety glasses on or some sort of protection to cover your eyes, because these things do ricochet back quite fast sometimes. Alright guys, so here we go anyway. Bye bye GS5, some more. Oh wow, that was 20 already. I gotta look at the footage again, but this GS5 just keeps getting chipped away at. Look at that thing. The thing is hit. Totally destroyed. I'm trying to get the LG Stylo in the same manner, but it's kind of hard actually. It's not causing the same damage. As you can see, the screen is a little bit tougher on this. It's definitely messing it up. Like if I take the back off of this, I can show you the extent of what it's done to the back. And anyway. You can see in the battery anyway, there's a ton of pock marks from BBs on their way out. If I take the battery out, there's a ton of holes. So it's definitely not gonna work ever again. And this is pretty much a hole. I can stick my finger right through it. But yeah, so that's the GS5 and LG Stylo. Pretty hit. I'd love to see someone try making a call on this. But yeah, guys, that's it. I'll see you in the next one. Alright guys, so that was the Umarex Beretta APX. Tell me what you think in the comments. Before I go, I want to shout out some new subscribers that I just got yesterday and today. One of them is Christian Serrato. Thank you, Christian, very much for subscribing. And I have another person that goes by the name of David MG, and I wanted to say thank you to David. I really appreciate your subscription. Thank you for watching my videos. But anyways, guys, yeah, the Beretta APX, it didn't have as much power as I thought it would have. Again, it was not as powerful as some of the more recent guns that I had reviewed, but still, it's still a really cool gun. It works flawlessly. It has that clanky sound, but other than that, it's a really awesome gun, and it's super cheap. So again, I would have to give this thing a 2 thumbs up. So definitely go pick this up. If you have any questions, definitely comment. Even if you just want to talk, definitely comment for sure. Always available for conversation. But yeah, guys, I've been working on some more reviews, so I have a couple more reviews coming up, and I want to do some more vlogs too. I want to introduce you guys to my dog, Lady, since she's always in my videos anyway. You guys always hear her but never see her. So anyways, guys, yeah, that's it. That's the Beretta APX. So again, tell me what you think in the comments, and this is Paul again for Replica Gun Reviews, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.